Hey everyone, today we're in the puppy pack, and what I wanted to do today is something that I did in my recent 500 subscriber celebration. So this is kind of a continuation of that. One of my tributes to the Saf Giants was to Stans, one night stands, and what Stans usually does when he doesn't really play Super Auto Pets anymore. Every now and then he'll check in on updates, but I can tell, like most people who don't play too often, he gets quite overwhelmed with the updates, and it's kind of hard to get back into, which I totally understand. But originally, when he started playing this game, he learned about the early level up, right? So you wait for the odd turn, in this case turn 3, we're going to be leveling pets up. Calls that the Gambit, or in his terms, you were scamming for those higher tier pets, so he called it the Scambit. So see here our first two Scambits. We get a hatching chick on one, and then we have a choice from a hoopoe bird and a flying squirrel. And so this is the Stan's Scambit challenge. It is basically every level up that you take, you have to keep and win with that pet on your team. So the standard format that I kind of set for it was you're doing the 2 level ups on turn 3 usually, so you're getting 2 tier 3s. So usually your team's going to consist of 2 tier 3s, a tier 4, a tier 5, and a tier 6. Now those aren't necessarily hard set rules, right? If you don't quite get the level ups, maybe you just take 1 tier 3, maybe you take tier 2 tier 4s. Maybe you get a bunch of level ups on like turn 9 and 10, right? And you pivot to a bunch of tier 6s. I think that's all in the spirit of the Scambit challenge. You just have to be honorable with it, right? So if you get a ton of level ups in a game, you might be selling a pet that you already got, like this hatching chick. As long as it's for another pet that you got on level up, I think that's completely fair game. So it's a fun way to play the game. It kind of forces you to really look for the level ups. And if you do keep it to the turn number on the level up, so like having 2 tier 3s, a tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, if you're making it so you have to go for that, you get in pretty dire situations trying to get level ups in between the odd rounds. So you see here we have the hatching chick almost leveled up, got the chipmunk still hanging around, another hoopoe bird there. So there you go. Take the level up with a perfect amount of gold left. There was 3 gold left, and I did not have a tier 4 yet, so I like to stick with the tiers. But you'll see in my next run, I do go against that a little bit. But yeah, we got a lobster, which is kind of awkward considering we're keeping a hatching chick and hoopoe bird and have already put stats on them. So we're basically only getting a lobster to pivot in our tier 5 and 6. But that's fine. It'll give us some free pairs on them. Get the lasagna. Keep buffing up the hatching chick. I really like buffing up hatching chicks when I get them originally. And I'm really rolling for a hatching chick. It's honestly all I want to see, and finally get it. And there's a goat, and there is an axolotl. And decide to freeze the axolotl. Stats on the hatching chick are great, but we get got by the nest. Unfortunate. As Marshawn Lynch says, if you don't get, you gon' get got. Don't ask me what that's about, just roll with it. And hatching chick shows up, so might as well push for level 3. Could start spamming perks for the axolotl scaling, but typically I don't like just spamming stuff right away, especially since we don't have quite the synergy with it. Yeah, unfortunate trades there. If you notice this game, we're going at a good tempo. So it's turn 9, we have 6 trophies, so we're in a really good place. And the octopus would be great with the level 2 lobster to just bring in and spam perks on it. I didn't realize that initially. It definitely would have been a good option. But I see I have the axolotl and I have the sauropod, so I figured especially with the salt, the sauropod initially, we get some hatching chick stats on it, could be really good. And yeah, we're pushing the hatching chick to level 3. So this is all looking good. I know Puppy Pack gets very scary as you get to later rounds. It kind of ramps up exponentially very fast. And you see we're just barely losing. So it's It's a little nerve-wracking. Decide, okay, let's throw a couple things out there, and holy mother of axolotl. We see 3 of them show up. We're going to take 2 of them to at least get a level 2 axolotl, and then we can really start going crazy with the perks. See a great trade there with the salt. And yeah, we're kind of back, flipped it back, got a what seemed like a pretty easy win. So take the level up, and was really looking for perks or something. But we get the level 3 hatching chick, so we could start going crazy with the sauropod and axolotl next turn. See, I already froze a steak. Steak is a great option with this team that does not have the highest stats. Other teams are still pivoting into their scaling. So if we can get some quick, juicy scaling with our money generation, our sauropod. So I bought that lettuce because it gave me the perfect amount of money to buy that other sauropod, and then the hatching chick gets at level 3. So it kind of worked out perfect there. I could have saved it to potentially buy a couple things and then level it up mid-turn next turn. I didn't want to mess around with it. And you see here, this is going to be a crucial turn because we're down to 1 heart. We need 2 wins still. Buy the melon. Buy the lasagna. Buy the pancakes. And just decide, you know what, I'm going to buy that. Look for something better. We did find something better, so have really good equipment on everything now. So we can start like overriding equipment as long as we find more melons, more steaks. We could just like throw a garlic and then throw a melon back over the garlic. Just get that axolotl scaling. And the melon is so crucial. Worked out very, very nice. Let's just keep spamming these perks. And I've never really done a build with axolotl where I don't have something else triggering the axolotl, right? Either the snapping turtle or the tar, throwing the chili, throwing the skewers back. There's toucan. I've never really done a build with axolotl where it's like you're basically just spamming perks from the shop. And with nothing else, right? Usually it's like axolotl elephant seal combo where you're buying stuff on the elephant seal's buffing the team, axolotl's buffing the elephant seal. In this case, we're just doing it live, right? We're just doing it without any other help, and you see we get it done. The Scambit challenge, we have 2 tier 3s, a tier 4, a tier 5, a tier 6, all from the early upgrades. Let's get into one more run. So I've done the turtle pack. This was the puppy pack. Now we have the unicorn pack. All right, picking this one up on turn 3, 5 hearts remaining, 1 trophy. So you see we have a couple level ups. So we get brain cramp, and we have a choice of fur-bearing trout or mandrake. And it looks like we're going to take mandrake. And I get the little bush guy, or the ambush, going on the brain cramp because you see the Tsuchinokos are going to jump ahead. The brain cramp's going to jump, override the spooked with the melon. And looked like we were going to get an easy win, but it's tough to see the mana sometimes, so we get the draw. And yeah, just looking for more level ups. We get the Tsuchinoko, and we have our choice, Mandrake or Brain Cramp. So I decide, you know what, let's just take another Brain Cramp. We can work towards level 2. It really works out nice getting ahead on the level ups like this. Mana, perfect snipe. Trade on the Brain Cramp. And the Jackalope has changed, so it's no longer a snipe. It's a scaling pet, right? But I don't believe, is it permanent scaling? It looks like it might be permanent scaling. That would really surprise me though. There's no way that's permanent scaling, right? I think I'm just tripping right now. And the holy mother of mandrakes, there they all are. We're only going to worry about level 2 right now because we got to keep the Scambit going. Got to scam for the early level ups, for the early tiers. The melon is so incredible, just wipes through their team. Brain Cramp is the way to go. So we get a Minotaur, or Minotaur. Instantly decide to throw a Porridge on it. And we already have a Brain Cramp level up for next turn, so we're gonna get our tier 5 unit immediately. It works out really, really well. You really can't beat the Brain Cramp Minotaur combo. What am I doing calling it Minotaur? I have to call it Minotaur. And of course we level up into Loveland Frog. So the Fairy Dust is sitting here. Go ahead and put it on the Mandrake so we can scale the Mandrake and the Brain Cramp. It's literally perfect. We have 2 jump pets. We have a jump synergy pet, the Minotaur here. We can put whatever pet in the front now and literally be fine. Just hopefully we can scale through it. Unfortunately, lose our first heart, but it's our only our first heart lost. So it really still feels good. I decided to freeze a wall chicken because I wanted to potentially buy a unicorn and get a little more scaling since the front unit on our team was kind of just a dead unit for the time being. So we got dazed, and then the unicorn cleaned up the dazed, which was really nice, but unfortunately our frog got crisped, so it didn't matter in the end. Go down to 3. And get a little bit of stats on our frogman. Now it can survive 1 crisp, which is nice. And our level ups really was not good for tier 6, so decide to take the Yeti. And it's somewhat of a controversial decision, but I figured I guess it's better than nothing. It can help us level up everything else. Hopefully it can find us some Loveland Frogmans because we really need at least level 2 Frogman quickly. If you see what's going on with these other teams, it's very scary. We need to scale more than level 1 Frogman or we're going to be in trouble very soon. So I was looking for another wall chicken, luckily got it. So now we can sell, put the Yeti in. It's turn 10, so still an early Yeti. And yeah, this is the squad. Say hello. How you doing? It's a little Frogman jump squad with a Yeti. Nothing to worry about here. So they go ahead and dazed. Oh, they overrode the dazed with the Rambutan. That was pretty clutch. And a Rambutan Sea Serpent, you gotta respect it. Nothing but respect for it. And all the rolls come in. A Frogman Gingerbread is sitting there, so I figure, why not? Let's just do that. And might as well keep the other stuff frozen, because now that we have level 2 Frogman, really can just push everything else leveled up. Don't really care about Brain Cramp level 3. Look at that, 1 HP on the Frogman left after the snipe. We still can get our stats. Look at the stats on the Minotaur. It's just 50-50. Felt really good there. Really good. I was thinking, okay, maybe this Yeti will work out, you know? Let's just take the Yeti. Let's just take a Drink Me Liquid, because if the Minotaur gets sniped, we're going to be in big, big trouble. So try to balance out. I would throw it on the Minotaur, on the Frogman, if the Brain Cramp needed more health. Brain Cramp's sitting pretty good where it's at right now, though. And you obviously want to be throwing stats on things that aren't getting scaled permanently. But as you see, the Minotaur gets pretty strong, so it doesn't really need all the stats. And we get a really, really good draw there against a really good team. The amalgamations are extremely scary. And you see here, triple level up. It's pretty incredible. And you see that Conpeito and Water of Youth sitting there. I was going back and forth for a while, thinking, is that okay? Is that not okay? I think if you're playing in the pack and the pack has that, you know, even though we're doing a very specific challenge, I think it's completely fair game. Especially if you've kept the unit like I am. I'm talking for the Yeti. I've had the Yeti for a bit. We've used the Yeti ability to get the other pets on the team, right? So we can throw a Conpeito or a Water of Youth or something. But first of all, I want to see if I can get Frogman level 3. And there it is there. So especially after I get Frogman 3 next turn, with the Gingerbread that is, you know, I figure, we don't really need the Yeti. Don't really need to level things up. It's kind of just using our money for the sake of using money. And when you start doing that, as you see here, you start losing. So 7 trophies, only 2 hearts remaining, turn 15. Take the Frogman, take the Yeti, and take an Ambrosia to protect the Minotaur. So I was jumping the gun a little bit talking about this Yeti. And the scaling's still happening. They get a great golden egg. It's really not good for us. Another great golden egg. But luckily for us, the Ambrosia and the Minotaur absolutely cleans up their last 3 units. I was extremely surprised I won that battle. So you see, I'm just rolling down here looking for something, and yeah, just taking anything I can, because, I mean, obviously I could put like equipment on my last 2 guys, which I was looking for. Yeah, you see here, the teams start getting really, really big. It is very, very scary. And they just absolutely mow through us. So 8 trophies down to 1 heart. What can we do? Con Peto, take a hot dog because we're desperate. And we're looking for something, and we get a Water of Youth onto the Yeti. We get a level 2 Phoenix, which is one of the best units in the game. And I'm not sure how I feel about it being the front, considering we're probably going to override our fairy dust on the Mandrake. But as you see in this battle, our frog isn't even there anymore, so doesn't even matter. The fact that we still get the melon after the crispy boys go out is just so incredible, and we get a pretty easy cleanup, which is very surprising. So I was surprised a lot in these games. Level 3 Phoenix, couldn't be better. Just decided, let's get the level 3 Frogman. If we happen to draw, we can throw another piece of equipment on it, an Ambrosia or something, block an ailment. Maybe we can block these crisps that are coming our way. And yeah, 20, 25, 40 stats on the Frogman scaled unit, so not too bad. And this absolute Goliath of a team here, luckily we get the feint on their brain cramp, and we get to start chipping away where 46 attack, 46 health perfectly trades, and we get the job done. The stand Scambit, now we've done it turtle pack, puppy pack, now unicorn pack. Really looking forward to doing this in the other packs. So much fun. Let me know what you think of the challenge, and feel free to take it on yourself and let me know how you do. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.